Alrighty, guys, how are you? Union County. I hope everyone is doing fine. The weather's, kind of,
It's very
you
humid.
see,
You can cut it with a
yeah,
knife.
exactly. Well, guys, today we are meeting with Erin LeCroy, and she is running for Wesley Chapel Town Council, right?
Village Council
Village Council.
held in the
sorry.
town hall, which is kind of strange, isn't it?
All right,
But-
all right, all right, Erin. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself? Give us some background.
Okay.
Mhm.
Well, I was not born here. I was born in Southern Pines, but we moved to Union County when I was 5 years old, and we moved into a neighborhood called Providence Woods South. And then after we lived here for a number of years, until I was probably about 10, Mom and Dad bought this property here. And it was completely wooded here in Wesley Chapel. I remember my mom being 9 months pregnant with a machete, cutting her way into this property.
So you come from good stock.
Yeah,
She comes from good stock, guys.
So I went to Wesley Chapel Elementary School, and I went to Sun Valley Middle and Sun Valley High before there was ever any Weddington Elementary Middle or High, or Newtown Elementary, or Cuthbertson, or
So
anything
you've
like
seen
that.
it grow.
I have seen an incredible amount of growth. Yes. Yeah.
Awesome.
But I'm not like, I don't feel like that's a bad thing,
Right.
Ingrid, because the closest Harris Teeter for us when I was growing up here on this property was the Arboretum.
Ooh.
And Mom didn't like having to drive all that way to Harris Teeter. And as a mom now, myself, to two little boys, I appreciate having Harris Teeter and Food Lion just up the road from me, so that, because I'm usually at the grocery store like twice a day sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
Making snack runs.
Yes. So I appreciate the growth. I really do. But I do think that we are at a critical tipping point right now in the county, and that some of the growth has to be tempered, and overdevelopment for every square inch of land is not good for our ecology or our integrity, the beauty of our village.
Now, is that one of the reasons why you're running?
It's one of the reasons.
Okay, you want to tell us about your platform?
Yes.
Okay.
So of course, traffic and growth is top of mind for everyone in Union County. But I also believe that I have got people back here in a neighborhood right on my property line now, and we are a community of neighbors, families, children. They're here for the same reasons I am.
Right.
And I believe that we can do a lot more in terms of community engagement in Wesley Chapel, to kind of get our families together, so that everybody who is walking the aisles in the grocery store start to look each other in the eye.
Right.
And recognize each other. I would like to see more of that, instead of everybody zooming past each other and doing this and that, soccer and school and everything. I would really like to see more community engagement and more unity.
I understand.
And I believe we can do that. We have the resources. We can do it.
Most definitely.
Yeah.
So what's a recurring theme that you keep hearing when you talk to the residents?
It's the traffic. As I was saying before, traffic is number one.
Yeah.
People are aggravated, trying to get to and from point A to point B. It's dangerous. The roads are dangerous. They're ill-maintained, and that is because of excessive growth. And any improvements that would have to be made would be put on the existing homeowners, the people who are already here. So we have to be smart. We have to put provisions in place in order to make this smart growth.
But what would a provision from you look like?
Well, the Village of Wesley Chapel is doing a really good job in terms of advocating for conservation. Conservation of our native ecology, our woodlands, and things like that. So when a developer comes in, they have to adhere to a certain conservation guideline. And I think that's super smart. We need to hold their feet to the fire.
Right.
And I intend to do that.
Okay. So what would you do though if for whatever reason they don't comply with keeping in with the sense that you want them to keep the ecology, keep that in mind? Like, what would be something if they just not refuse to comply, or comply, half measures, take half measures?
Well, then their permits should be revoked.
Mm-hmm.
If they choose to go against everything that the village council says is the right thing to do,
Mm-hmm.
then they shouldn't be allowed to build.
Okay. Are you running against an incumbent?
There are 2 seats open in Wesley Chapel.
Okay.
The 2 incumbents are running for election.
Mm-hmm.
Lori Brody and David
Okay.
Boyce.
Okay.
The 2 other candidates running are me, myself, Erin LeCroy, and Jim Hill.
Okay. Now, if they're running, what do you think that they should have done better that they're not, or what is your chief complaint against them, or your criticism?
My chief criticism is that I do not see them out and about in my community.
Okay.
I'm a young mom
Mhm.
to 2 young boys,
Mhm.
so I am out and about all the time.
Okay.
Grocery stores, gas station, school and soccer. I'm on the soccer fields a lot.
Right.
And I just don't see them out there. I'm at Dogwood Park. We have a wonderful park. Dogwood Park, and every year we have something called the Rock and Roller Festival. Okay. And my husband and I enter our classic car into it every year.
Ooh, okay.
We've actually won a couple of trophies,
right.
which is great.
There you go.
It's so much fun, but I just don't see them. I am accessible.
Right. And they're not. You feel they're not.
I feel like they are not around.
Okay.
Or they are not visible.
They're just there to kind of have fulfill their commitment for whatever night the town council meets, and then you don't see them for 2 weeks later.
I do.
Basically. Okay.
Unfortunately, and I mean, I'm sorry, but that's the way it is. I just don't see them.
Right.
And I am here, and I'm around, and I'm in my community. I'm at work in my community.
Right. If you were to win, do you think that the other council members, would you be in the company of people who are in the same spirit as you?
Oh, yes.
Okay.
Now, I have seen Mike Como out and about at festivals.
Okay.
But my incumbents that I'm running against, I do not.
You don't?
I do not. And Amanda Fuller is our mayor. And she is wonderful. She actually teaches at Wesley Chapel, where my kids go to school, where I went to school. She is a wonderful woman. I see her on the soccer fields. That is what we need in a village council. We need people who are there out and about, invested in the community, just like me. Right.
Okay. Well, I mean, so is there anything else you'd like to say? I mean, just want you guys to see one of your candidates here in Village of Wesley Chapel. Village of Wesley Chapel.
One thing to know is when we first started working to incorporate the Village of Wesley Chapel 25 years ago.
Okay.
My mom was part of that.
Ooh.
So I have grown up in a very civic-minded family. We've always been involved in local politics and state politics. When Eddie Cathy approached some of us about becoming sheriff, some of the troopers and stuff, we held fundraisers for him. And I've grown up, when I was older, I did campaign work for him, and so I've always been civic minded. And
so you feel a sense of duty to your community?
Absolutely. Before now, I had babies at home, trying to start and raise a family, and now the kids are both in school, and look, I've got time.
You've got
some time now.
I mean, and we can tell because you and I have been to some of the same meetings. And
I love it. I love meeting everyone and being available to everyone in my community. When I go to the grocery store, I know everyone's names.
Nice.
And they know me.
Right.
And when I go to Walgreens or CVS, everybody knows me and I know them. And I love that. And that's what I want to continue to instill and just have the community prosper
Yeah.
together.
Yeah, yeah,
More community engagement is absolutely key. We've got to do more.
that's true. You
Yeah.
want to maintain that small community feel, but not just the feel, but it's actual,
Mhm.
it's actual that
Yeah.
a small family.
Mhm.
Mhm.
There are neighbors of mine. They've got children, they're adults, there are senior adults within Wesley Chapel who have
Okay.
talent, they have treasure. And we can
Yes.
really tap into that if we want to.
That's true.
Mhm.
That's so true. Well, do you want to tell folks where they can find learn more about you? Do you have a website? Do you have social media?
Well, I'm on Facebook. I just created
Okay.
like a Facebook campaign page.
Mhm. What is it called?
Like it's Erin LeCroy for Village Council.
Okay,
Or
guys.
Erin LeCroy. You can find me in Wesley Chapel, North Carolina.
Okay.
I'm not on Facebook very often. But I'm there.
Okay.
And then I'm also on Instagram at Erin LeCroy.
Okay.
And my campaign website
Uh-huh.
is thereallecroy.com.
Okay.
And right now I'm still working on it. I'm not
Okay.
super website
savvy.
But I do have my contact us page live, and
Okay.
my donate button is live.
Mhm.
So you can just go on my website, fill in your contact information, shoot me a question, comments, or anything,
Mhm.
and submit it.
You heard
I
that?
want to talk to you.
Yeah.
I want to talk to them.
TheRealLeCroy.com. Go to her contact page if you have any questions whatsoever. Just fill out that form, shoot it out, and she will reply ASAP.
Absolutely.
All right, Erin, thank you so much for taking the time to meeting with me, and guys, I hope you have enjoyed this small interview, and we do this just for you.
Yes, thank you, Ingrid.
No worries.
What a valuable resource.
Well, we try. All right, guys, take care. Have a great day. Bye.